Today we wanted to talk about how to let go of negative emotions that drain our energy, that pull us down, and we get sometimes trapped in those cycles of thinking and feeling, and just the more we feel bad, the more we think bad, the more we feel bad. And there's actually a really easy way how we can let go of those negative emotions and feelings, and we want to talk about it today.
Because negative feelings and emotions are very addictive. So you have to decide that you want to let go of those, right? And then Raphael is studying or reading the book Letting Go as well.
Yeah.
So it very much inspired us to talk about this today.
Yeah, it's the book Letting Go from David Hawkins, and I highly recommend it. I'll just share with you a little bit how I understand it and how I do it, how it works for me. So, when I used to feel some negative emotion, right, Luna? When I used to feel some negative emotion, I would totally go down into that rabbit hole and I would just think about it, and by thinking about it, I make it even worse, and the problem gets bigger and bigger. And let's say, for example, I was super anxious going to my home country to meet my family. I was super anxious. And what I would do is like, oh, please, I will not have a panic attack. Please, I'll not be anxious when I see them. Please, I can calmly eat with them, because that was like the biggest fear of mine, that I'll eat with somebody and then I can't eat because I'm scared, and
Just the body made up something,
yeah,
you know.
can get worse and worse the more we go there.
Mm-hmm.
So the body's super contracted and scared and doesn't want to be scared. I say, please don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared. And what does it do? What you resist to persists. If I push our dog Luna into one direction, she pushes the other way, always. Always. Even I want to push her into the correct direction, she always pushes against it. It doesn't matter.
Not now, but normally she does.
And that's what the body does, right?
Yeah. Because it's scared. And it needs to be treated with love and with a little bit more like gentleness and step by step, you know, or it has to have like a really, really high amplitude of energy to make this decision that it's over, it's done. And the letting go process is really, really helpful for people who are done with something and they just know that they want to let it go. And just deciding you want to let it go, it's already in process of letting go.
I think it doesn't even have to be that extreme. I feel the letting go technique is very, very calm and simple. And even if you're totally stuck in those negative emotions and you can't find a way out of it, and you might even be addicted to it, the letting go technique will still work for you, because you can let it go over time. So before I write here a whole roman, I want to share about the technique. What I could do differently next time is when I move towards my family and
or what they could do.
Yeah, what you could do as well would be that I notice this fear coming up, and as soon as I notice it, I acknowledge it. Okay, this is fear. I feel fear now.
Or you can name any other emotion which you have.
Anything. And you acknowledge it and you say, okay, and now I let it go. Instead of, because what I would usually do would be like contract, oh, it's here. What shall I do?
And the fear is like, you say, okay, here is the fear or any other emotion, and that fear is like, they know about me. What shall I do now? You know, okay. But they know about me, or he knows about me. Okay, I'm here. I might not be. I'm now a little bit not incognito. I just want to dress up differently. So next time it comes a little bit different way. It's very tricky. The mind can be very tricky. But then you see it again, and it's fear or some other emotion, and it's again recognized, and then like, what else, you know? I know about you. I see you. It's like somebody sneaking your cookies somewhere in the kitchen. You know that person, you see your child or you see your spouse or whatever, whoever, And
It's not a mystery.
I
It's
see
not.
you.
Nothing is wrong with the kitchen,
And then
right?
the guy or the girl does. And
Oops.
that's happening with the emotion too.
Emotions they need to flow, like a river needs to flow. We can't just start to feel an emotion and then put a barrier on it and stop it. It needs to flow, and that's what it does. You acknowledge it. You're not trying to get rid of it. You just say, okay, this is fear. I feel fear now, and now I'm gonna let it go.
Because if it doesn't flow, it can be stuck in some part of our body. We can have back problems. We can have, whatever, digestive problems. It's very often it sits in a second, third center in the solar plexus, and it can give us a lot of stomach pains and so on. And this way, when you let it go, it is very possible that the physical symptoms will be going away as well.
Mm-hmm. And it works. It sounds easy, and it really is. It really works for me super fast, like instantaneously. I could do all the psychotherapy and take all the pills which they would recommend, do all those matter-to-matter things, but this is just simply, I acknowledge it, how Rhonda Byrne also says she opens her arms up for it and she embraces it. You're not trying to get rid of it, you just say, okay, this is it. It's fear, it's anger, and can I let it go? It really is that simple. And also a very important part of this letting go technique is that you let go of your resistance to it. Because at first I was also thinking, come on, it can't be that simple. I was struggling with this for so many years. And I had this resistance to it, these thoughts, And this is your resistance. I have some wasps here.
We have a lot of wasps.
Mm-hmm.
But they are our friends so far.
They're nice to us. And you feel this resistance and you also acknowledge that thing. You do the same thing. You do the same technique with it. Like, okay, I feel resistance. All right, I'm gonna let it go now.
How does it feel when you are letting go of something? What's happening inside? When you just have the anger, you know it, it wants to have the cookies and you say, and freeze,
Mm-hmm.
And now what? What is gonna be happening? What is there inside?
I feel that, first of all, I have to remember the technique because often I get lost in the emotions or in the thoughts. So I remember the technique and I'm like, okay, I feel fear now. And the moment I can acknowledge it, I can relax my body. My body's no longer contracted, hyperventilating and all this.
Because you recognize that you are not the fear.
Yes.
That you are the person you are the consciousness which is knowing about the fear, which is seeing the fear, which is picturing the person, the fear. I see it as a person stealing the cookies, and you see it. And therefore, there's two of you. And
you're no longer it.
And if you are not it, you're
free.
You are the relaxed one. You're not the fearful.
Yeah, because we always think this is me. We identify with these negative emotions.
And then we can do very bad things to us.
Yeah, it's very important, this. And so I can immediately relax my body. And in that moment when I relax, I also allow this feeling to spread where it wants to, and it might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it just can flow like the river.
So you'll allow the energy to move.
Yes. I'm no longer trying to push it away. Okay, this is fear. I relax my body.
So in
it moves.
In the moment now, from now on, when I will realize that, I'll see this is fear, or this is anxiety, or this is frustration. And then I see, I have you, and the anxiety or frustration will do. And the body is like...
This will be a good thumbnail.
And body is like, the permission to relax is now done. I'm no longer that because I see it. Where it goes, how it does, what it likes to eat. And then the body has basically, with the letting go technique, permission to relax And in relaxed body, nothing is stuck. Everything flows.
You can heal this way as well. And you can be healthy.
People heal with this a lot.
Yeah.
Heal their relationships, money issues, or health.
And actually, we are very close to the Dr. Joe Dispenza community. And this Letting Go book from David Hawkins is like probably the #1 book which the people in this community recommend, also to combine with Dr. Joe's work. And also very important is that you don't have to get to this point where you really like, now this is it. You know, sometimes we think we need this moment.
Sometimes we do, yeah.
Yeah, where we really have this strong intention and it's done in this moment. You can do this very gently and calmly, and so you start to surrender a little bit of that negative emotion. And then later it comes up again, and you're again, okay, remind yourself, all right, this is the emotion which I'm feeling. I'm letting it go now.
Just a little.
To relax.
You can have a cookie, but I watch you. And it's not that fun anymore for the fear. It's already all transparent, you know? So it's not anymore the game.
It's owning it.
You are owning it in that moment. Yeah.
And that empowers you. You are then in the powerful state. Yeah, so you can let it go over time. There's still more aspects of it because those emotions have often accumulated over many, many years. And it's really that simple.
Yes. So good luck with your letting go.
Yeah, enjoy it. And remember to do it. She's laying next to my shoes. She's hypnotized.
She doesn't want to let go. She still wants the sun, and sun is already out.